Hey, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another gameplay video. This time we have the blue-yellow cell deck that my friend Larry put together that a lot of people have been asking about. So we have that in action again, and we have my blue-yellow Krillin list as well going at it. So hopefully you guys enjoy watching the gameplay on these two decks that are very, very strong right now up until the release of set 5. While we're doing the mulligans, I do want to take this time to ask you guys to please share this video with one of your friends. Please hit the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed to CWTCG. We are going to be running a crazy 1K subscriber giveaway, and the more people we get to subscribe past 1K, the crazier the giveaway is going to be, and the potential for you to win yourself a box set 5, a playmat, some regional event packs. Those things are all going to be given out in this giveaway, so definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely share this video with your friends. But so now that we have the mulligans kind of getting out of the way, we'll start talking about the gameplay and the match. So Larry's got a bit of a weird opener with double Scientist Fu. Luckily his deck does awaken very quickly, so he can make use of those Scientist Fus by just putting them under his leader to draw additional cards. Looks like I'll start us off. Putting the combo to play Gohan into the energy. If you guys have checked out the Krillin list, this card is not currently in the list anymore. I found it very, very mediocre, but this was a video testing that card out again, just to see if it would kind of come up a bit more. But yeah, with all the testing I've done with the card, I haven't really liked it too much. But yeah, simple dropping a Boo and passing. Going second with Krillin is actually really good depending on the matchup. Like, you don't really want to be behind an energy, which is why going forward I'm actually going to consider putting objection in the main board, so you can mitigate the problem going second of not getting to your plays as fast as your opponent, especially in the mid-range kind of mirror match. This is actually very much a mirror match. It's a mid-range big bomb mirror match, a lot of blue bomb cards. Larry just plays a slightly different yellow engine than I do. He plays his Self-Awaken, but my leader basically does that on his own. So I didn't feel like the Bardock's kind of successor engine is very necessary. So Krillin's going to swing in, draw 2 cards, pretty solid effect. Larry's going to take it easily. You have slightly different yellow engines, but very, very similar matchup. Larry's got a good play here where he can bounce the Bardock back, attack with the other sensitive being in his hand, and get himself awakened right then and there, which is really solid. With a leader that does not kind of... It's kind of interesting that he actually doesn't just swing with the Bardock. But the fact with the leaders that draw 2 and awaken, they don't usually gain very much advantage on their front side. So you do want to awaken with them by turn 2, because by picking up those 2 cards, by drawing those 2 cards on your awaken, you make up for not drawing those 2 cards in the first 2 turns with your leader that doesn't naturally gain resources in those first 2 turns. Sorry, it's a little hard for me to explain that. It makes sense in my head, but because your leader doesn't gain a lot of resources in the first 2 turns, you want to awaken as quickly as possible to mitigate that. So he will swing the Bardock here. Gonna drop the Bardock again to Self-Awaken. Yeah, sorry if that didn't make sense to you guys, that whole little ramble. If it didn't make sense to you guys, drop a comment down in the comments below, and perhaps me typing out an explanation would make a little bit more sense. So he hits a super combo and a Plant Vegeta off the top. He's gonna take the super combo and the Plant Vegeta off his leader awakening, because Time Patrol allows him to stack the top of his deck. So he's just gonna put the pressure on here. I do want to awaken myself, or at least protect against this Bardock swing that's probably coming by. I'm surprised he keeps double Scientist Fu in his hand and not put one of the Scientist Fus underneath the Bardock cell leader. Sorry. Charging the 3-drop Bardock, best 3-drop that yellow can play in my opinion, outside of something like Source of Power, which is a Self-Awakening tool. But in terms of just like a mid-game 3-drop that's overall good, I go with the Power Charge Bardock 9 times out of 10. So looking back on this, I think I maybe should have just taken that that Time Patrol swing so that I could awaken myself without having to swing, and I wouldn't have to combo away this Boo to put pressure on Larry. But that's not going to be a huge deal in the overall scheme of things. But that might have been a bit of a smarter play. And I'm just going to awaken mid-combo. I mentioned in the deck profile for this video, sorry about that, just coming off a little bit of a cold, but yeah, I mentioned in the deck profile for this video that a lot of times with Krillin, you'll awaken for no reason, and I unfortunately I just drew into the Boo off that swing. I would have liked to drop the Boo and then awaken to get the use out the untap 1, but the untap 1 is such a minimal effect that a lot of times you'll awaken with Krillin and you're not going to untap any energy, and that's fine, because the amount that you draw with the Krillin just makes it completely worth it. So I'll drop one of the 2 scientist foods underneath the cell leader to draw 2. Planet Vegeta. This is insane because it can search his super combos, it can search his unbreakables, and it looks like he's going to go for a super combo. He can also search Pan and the Preface of Recovery. Larry, I know, likes the Preface of Recovery as kind of just a play extender, get more bodies on board that the opponent can't really deal with very easily. But pretty insane that he can search a super combo off that. Going to combo the Bardock Ape to evolve over the 1-drop, which is another piece of utility Larry gets out of this engine. Not wanting to do damage, we're comboing out. Kind of important, guys. I do very much like to use my unbreakables when I have a lot of energy open. It kind of seems like it's just common sense, but you want to really take into account when you use your unbreakables versus when you use your actual super combos. I prefer to actually use my unbreakables mostly on defense, especially when I have the energy to do it, because on offense, when you're pushing for game and if you tap out for a big play, your unbreakables are not going to be live. So using your unbreakables on defense when you have the energy to do so and saving your super combos for an offensive big game push is kind of something you might want to look into doing if you're not usually looking into when to use your unbreakables versus when to use your super combos. So keep that in mind. Now Vegito, the bane of the Cell deck's existence. Larry always moans when I drop the Vegito against him because his leader can't deal with it very easily, which is unfortunate, and he knows that my deck plays a whole lot of defense. So it's very hard to get the Vegitos off board. Especially when I have these little 5k combos that I've already gotten value out of, being the Roshi and the Majin Buu. This Vegito is going to be very, very difficult for Larry to kill. Larry charging a second yellow. Now he is playing a Zeno button oriented deck, so I don't really typically like charging double yellow in a button deck, but yeah, I mean, I guess he just gets more utility out of it, so he doesn't really necessarily mind it, but I want my button to untap 3 as opposed to only untapping 2. He does play a bit of a heavier yellow engine though, so I can sort of understand it, but I think he would still get away fine with just kind of leaving 1 yellow and charging 3 blues. But Larry is one of the mad scientists, so I can't really question him on it. Wants to get some value off his leader, make it a bit easier to kill my Vegito, so he pops one of the 5k combos I have on board. Zeno button on the Bardock swing, giving him the response for a battering laser, but no battering laser. And we'll drop the 5k into the Vegito. Tapping 3 for the power charge. Even if he doesn't combo in, it's still pretty valuable that he got a draw off of it. But we'll see what he does. Super combo. 25 at 20. Now Larry knows the philosophy of you're supposed to combo the second number on your battle card's attack. So he attacked my 20k with a 25. And for me, 1 super combo got out of that swing without me having a nega card. So Larry does know the philosophy on comboing to match your opponent's power by the second number, but I think basically he just wanted to waste a super combo out of my hand. And here I go contradicting myself and charging a second yellow. Sometimes you just have way too many good blue cards in your hand you don't want to charge, or if you like I'm sitting on double Crusher Ball, it looks like right now. So I guess charging double yellow would make sense in certain scenarios. I definitely do prefer to charge mostly blue, preferably only 1 yellow, but sometimes you got to do it. Dropping the scientist foo. See what we can do for a big game push here. They'll negate the scientist foo swing, leaving the blue up. Krillin at the Bardock. No negates, looks like. Up to me to combo. And he'll drop a 5k to save it. Vegito into the Bardock. He'll negate. Not bad. Made him waste 3 cards. And this is not a turn I want to tap out because Larry's coming on his turn 5, which is a big turn for him. So I do not want to tap down those yellows. I want to keep them up for my Crusher Balls. This turn is to accrue some resources with Scientist Fu and Majin Buu. See if we can put some pressure on with the Vegito. End phase draw a card. That end phase draw effect is so... It just feels so good to draw the card at the end phase with the leader. It's something that like you've never seen before with another leader in this game, and it just feels very, very powerful to be able to do that every single end of turn. Allows you to keep hand size with things like Hercule, for example. So we have the Bardock going in at the Vegito. Debating on combos here. Again, might drop a super combo in, and all it really does is make me waste a super combo to protect it. Doesn't even combo here. Just wants to draw additional cards with the power charge. Can't really blame him. Now we have the Bardock going into the Vegito. So now the 20, the second number on the 20 is matching my Vegito, and he's got 30. So if I want to protect this Vegito, it's going to take me at least a -1. It's going to take me at least 2 cards. So super combo with a Senzu Bean, but a Senzu Bean does last for the whole turn. So that does make it some pretty powerful protection. Now my Vegito is a permanent 25 for the turn. Larry going to drop the Beerus to draw 2 cards. End of turn, resetting that Bardock is very powerful. My most current iteration of this deck is currently maining 2-dimensional Banisher. Wow, we're charging the 3rd power charge. Wow, that is surprising. Oh no, we're taking it back. This is a playtesting session. Don't get me wrong. So this is something we're just trying to practice now. I'm glad I realized that charging 3 yellow seems absolutely terrible. So yeah, we take that one back. But yeah, the current iteration of the deck main decks the Dimensional Banisher Fu over the Scientist Fus because I just kind of felt like I didn't really need the card draw. I wanted just more board control. So if I had the Dimensional Banisher Fu in this match in the main deck right now, that Bardock would not be very much of an issue at all. I always enjoy playing a lot of board control in the decks that I play, so that's a little bit indicative of that. Larry's gonna drop a 5k to save the Bardock. And we do drop the U7 Beerus, and it gets Crusher Balled. No battering laser, respond with the Crusher Ball. But we do have to force it out. It's going to be a bit difficult for Larry to get rid of the Beerus if he doesn't have any kind of board control though, so I'm totally fine with it coming down to rest mode. I feel like it has a pretty high potential to restand next turn. Larry charges his 3rd yellow, but we know that Larry does not mind charging as many yellows. He can potentially hardcast things like the 4-drop Bardock if he wishes. But he's got a big turn coming up with Dragon Fist. But he does know that I'm playing the Crusher Ball as well. So a bit difficult for him to just drop into it. Seems like a bit of a waste of a Zeno button, depending on what Larry's looking to do here. But I do get to Senzu Bean and restand another yellow, potentially. Oh. Yeah, that was a complete overlook when I said that earlier, that Larry couldn't easily clear the Beerus. I'm a dope. Sorry, guys. That is one of the really big beneficial parts about the Cell Leader, is that it just deals with problem cards. Zeno button into super combo. That is a super busted draw. But yeah, that's what Larry likes about the Cell Leader. Just generic spot removal, deals with problem cards. Really, really solid overall. Especially with a deck like this that's so generic. It's generic good yellow cards, generic good blue cards. But somewhat of an issue. Larry's getting pretty close to decking out. And he'll pass turn without even dropping the Dragon Fist. Very afraid of the Crusher Ball there. Can't really blame him, to be honest. Now we're getting on to big energy plays. Big energy plays. I remind him to restand his Bardock there. Vegito coming in. At the Bardock, I do believe. Trying to gain back some board control. Yeah, that Bardock has well served its purpose. It's drawn him at, I believe, 2 or 3 cards. And letting it die at this point is very inconsequential. So we have Krillin coming in at the leader. See if we can put him down to 2. Maybe pressure game. He'll take it and go down to 2. This opens up some possibilities for me here. Not committing fully to... Oh, he wants to crush the ball with the power charge. Makes sense. But not, and we dropped the second one. Yep. Yeah, I don't want to fully commit to the Dragon Fist to just to tap 6 energy and not potentially go for game. So if this power charge does go through, I can give a double strike and go for game. I assume it's going to get negated potentially, or maybe he'll take his luck comboing out. He will negate it. I'll draw the card. Gain some additional resources. Next turn, if he doesn't clear both these power charge Bardocks, I have some serious finishing potential, which is pretty solid. Yeah, we're getting to some high energy turns here. Real high energy turns. He just drops it in rest mode because he knows that the crusher ball's coming. That's hilarious. So yep, Dragon Fist coming down in defense. It's all good. But that is a much more difficult thing for me to try and deal with, because it's already established on the board and it's got barriers, so it does not die to typical spot removal. Getting to some real grindy parts of the game here. Bardock coming in at Vegito, I believe. The third button. So that is the final button of the game, it looks like. Since being in the Bardock, wants to get some yellows back up so that he can have his crusher balls be live. Super combo. Might finally be time for Bardock to go away. We'll see. Got a 35k at my Vegito. Vegito going away, not Bardock. So I'll match him, and I'll get over the hump. Double sense of being on Vegito. Getting rid of one of the power charges with the greatest of ease. But it looks like that's going to be the end of his offensive turn. Oh, I'm sorry, no, he's got the cell leader coming in at, I believe, a power charge. Either Larry misplayed and popped 2 of my guys in the same turn, or I just completely mistook what happened. Sorry about that, guys. But both of the power charge Bardocks are... I guess he must have swung at one and popped the other one. My mistake. Checking his grave to see how many super combos he's gone through, how many negates he's gone through. Trying to go for that final push. Do have 2 Dragon Fists in my hand, but he has yellow up for Crusher Ball. So we're not going to swing with the Vegito first. I discard the Whis to give it critical, looks like. So he's going to Zeno button on that swing. Do we have the one of? Looks like I want to force him to take this crit so that I can finish him with a single strike on the Vegito potentially. Yep, he'll take the 1 crit. I'm trying to play around that Crusher Ball. I don't want to drop any additional threats into it. He'll protect it. I'll drop it for game. Oh, he's got the Crusher Ball for the 3-drop go on. I'm debating on the bad ring laser. This is where it gets really, really crunch time. This is kind of exciting, guys. Not gonna lie. Looking back on this is pretty exciting. I think we just drop it. I think we maybe not. No, I think we do. We're debating on it though. Serious crunch time. I let it go through after some serious debate. And keep in mind, guys, this is playtesting, so a little bit of slow play is okay because we are, in the end, playtesting, trying to figure out the best moves to make with these decks. So don't kill us in the comments for slow playing. We're trying to figure everything out. That's why I sped up the gameplay a bit so you guys can get it in a timely manner. But we are talking things through, trying to figure out what the best scenarios are, what the best plays are to make. Man, yeah, I have a lot of uncomboables in my hand, so I didn't want a battering laser to just get out comboed, but Larry has only had 2 cards in deck, so his out combo potential without super combos gets a little bit weird at this point. But I decided that my hand is so defensive that I just want to, yeah, he plays it in defense again because of the Crusher Ball. Yeah, my hand is so ultra defensive that I'm just not afraid of this next turn with Coercion and Crusher Ball, double Coercion in hand. The Dragon Fist will get a swing this turn, and he probably will bounce back my Vegito, but that's okay. Did he forget? Oh no, he'll untap 2. I thought he was going to forget to untap 2, but he does untap 2. I'm still at 4 life, so I can afford to take a chump hit here. Not a huge deal to take 1 or 2 hits here, as long as my Weezes don't get battering lasered. Yep, I'll go down to 3. And I draw the double strike. Oh, that would have been so. It's a 1-of in the deck. That would have been so clutch. At the end of the turn. At the end of last turn, with that Krillin swing. He's got the pan that he can't even use the ability of. He just wants to go in, I guess. I don't really understand what's going on with the pan here. I think at this point he just knows that he can't really defend without decking out next turn. Gonna go 15k. I'm gonna combo out. Guess he just wanted to make me waste a card. I've got 3 in deck. He's got 2 in deck. We're just gonna go right in with the Gohan. It's gonna get blocked. Not a problem. Go in with the leader. Mandatory draw, oddly enough. Here we go. Piccolo. 10k. Restand. 5k, 5k, 10k. Smart on me by not using the Whis, and he decks out. Yeah, well, there's the gameplay, guys. That was an incredibly grindy matchup. Sorry if I had some fumbling on my words. I'm coming off a little bit of a cold, but I did want to get you guys this gameplay because I know how much you guys value it, how much you guys enjoy kind of seeing the decks we come up with and how they function. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know down in the comments below what you thought about it. I'd love to hear what you guys thought. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, please do hit that subscribe button if you guys are not already subscribed to CWTCG. It would really mean the world to me, and you can get yourself a chance to win a box of set 5. So definitely do that. Check out our Discord link down in the description below. We just talk about everything Dragon Ball Super related there. My name's Joey. This is CWTCG, and I'll see you next time.